Good morning, girls. This is my new tablet. It's got a pretty good picture, but I think we've all had trouble with the volume. And now I think we have too much volume. I'm going to have to figure it out. And you can see more of the blemishes on my face, which that's good. That's fine with me. I've got all my skincare on. First off, before I get started, all of that makeup that I showed you the other day was not from Lee. Some of it was from Gay, but it came Amazon and it didn't have a name in it. So I just automatically figured it was from Lee. And it's all mixed together now, so I don't know who sent me what. So please accept my apology, and I'm sorry. I'll try to get it straight next time. And I broke my handheld mirror. Okay, today we're going to be using the Profusion Mirage palette. Right there. This is a good camera. If this video turns out as good as it's looking right there, it's pretty good. Now the camera I was using, I tried it and it had a, girl, I was flawless. No blemishes. It was too much to be real. So I'm using another camera. But see, it had a pause on it, and this one doesn't have a pause. So bear with me. I've got all my skincare on. And now I am going to, I think I've got this mirror fixed to where I don't have to be hiding my head from you. Well, I can see right now, I've still got mascara on. We have to take care of that first. Ooh, not with alcohol, Judy. That would have been a mistake. I've got too many things sitting over there. I kind of let my hair hang a little longer today. It probably doesn't look as good, but it feels good. And it didn't take as much hairspray, you know, work with it scrunching and all that good stuff. I'm telling you, I went to pick up my, my Lord. I went to pick up my new tablet yesterday, and she said, okay, everything is downloaded. So I took her at her word, and I came home. Well, you know how this technical stuff really gets on my nerves. And I can really work myself up into a tizzy. Which I did. So then I thought to myself, well, I remember Brenda telling me one time that Shelly had went to Walmart and bought herself a phone. And then she went home and she connected both those phones together and she transferred everything from her old phone onto her new phone. Well, I had one of those double-ended wires. So I plugged them into both phones and they told me what to do. I hit smart switch and it told me what to do. I did it all myself in an hour. Girls, it won't be long. I'll be getting me a job as a computer technician working from home. I'll have to order myself another new pair of house shoes because I'm trying to talk lower because if I blast you, you're going to be blasted with this big voice. Coda finally got the last pair. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to list what's on my face in the description because I'm going to have to sign into my Amazon and I forgot my password. So that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. It's Amazon, the bank, and I think just Facebook. I'm going to have to call them and reset that password and reset my phone number. Now, I'm going to be using this Milani eyeshadow primer. I didn't think I'd like this tablet. I love it. I didn't think it's so hard. I didn't think that I would like it. I didn't even mess with it yesterday. Well, girls, I'm stressed out. I was like my little stress person, my little anxiety guy that Lee sent me. All right. Okay. Now, where's my little thing? I'm so proud of this. I am so proud of this. Let me open it right. I'm always digging for something to put all over my lid. And here we go. Whoever got this for me, thank you very much. I'm sorry. One of you girls got this for me. And I was watching, you know how I love e.l.f. products. I was watching YouTube yesterday, and there was another older woman, and she was like, I think she's in the UK. And she was bright, and you could tell she had a little money. But she loves the e.l.f. products too. It's really almost a high-end. I think it's as good as high-end. But what do I know? I've never had high-end. I don't care. I'd rather have the cheapest things if they're good. Like my car. It's a 2004. But it runs good. My old Jeep and my old house. But it's fixed up really nice. And the payment's right. And most of my clothes come from thrifting. So I like to do things just as cheap as I can. Well, I don't like, I like to, but also I have to. But I think it's fun just to go and see what you can find. Cheap. Like right now, I'm wanting a boiled, not a boiled egg, a deviled egg dish. Well, they're like $30 on Amazon, girls. I'm going to go thrift and see if I can find one. This is the Covergirl Perfect Blend eyeliner pencil in basic black. And it's got that little squidgy on the end of it. God, this is a good picture, isn't it? Yeah, that other camera. I was looking good in that camera. Not a wrinkle or a sun damage or a spot on my face. And my skin was like olive. It was beautiful. But it was me, so I had to put it away. Can't get used to stuff like that. Because when you do, you kind of get to thinking, oh, that's how I look. No, that's not how we look. We've got to quit with them filters. Okay, for my transition color, what color do I have in blue? There's no blue in here. You might know. I'm going to use this. You know what? I'm going to use purple. I shouldn't. No, I'm not going to use purple. I am going to use purple. We can wipe it off if we don't like it. I'm going to use this right here. See what we think. Well, is there anything going on here? Yes. I don't know if I like that. But I was watching that woman, and she was holding her brushes right and everything. I can't hold my brush down here. I guess this has to go, this has to be layered to get that dark, to get the color. There it goes. Oh, I was watching this movie the other day, girls. Cardboard Boxer. I knew all the way through that movie I was going to cry at the end. This guy, he was a homeless, and he I really didn't understand why he was homeless through the whole thing. I thought, if you took a bath and cleaned up, you're a handsome man. Why are you homeless? And he also couldn't read cursive at his age. So, anyway, he didn't have any money, and he was starving to death, and he had made this friend of this guy that was a veteran with no legs, in a wheelchair, that he had to use his arms to crank it up. And so they made friends, and so these kids, these rich kids, came to that neighborhood. And they was wanting to make a cheap video of the homeless people. It was making me mad. So for my crease, I'm going to use this warm brown over here. Anyway, so they were cruising around in their fancy SUV, big old black SUV, these rich boys, looking for a little excitement, cheap thrills. So they thought they would get these homeless people to fight each other for $50. Well, he didn't want to do it, but his friend in the wheelchair, it really did need a place to sleep and take a bath and, get cleaned up. So he did it, and he won. Well, so then they started coming weekly wanting them to fight. And so he was making money. Well, bless his heart, they'd lift his arms up. No, the cardboard boxer, he's number one. But he didn't realize they were making fun of him. He thought they were his friends. Well, there was this black guy, and he was always coming through there checking on him. He was a taxi driver. And so he was always cruising through there checking on him. I'm putting a little glitter in the middle. Is that going to show up? A little bit. And, oh, this feels like it's creamy. And no fallout. Well, imagine that. I'm not crazy about it, but it's pretty. Anyway, so this taxi driver came through one night, and the cardboard boxer was sitting there, and he was freezing. There was no, no shelter. He was cold. It was winter. So the guy gave him, I'm really getting a bright-eyed look here. I'm just playing and talking. So the taxi driver gave him a blanket. And he was very grateful for that blanket. Well, so months passed, and it got around, well, his friend in the wheelchair died. And he had pawned his purple heart. He had a purple heart. And so he had pawned it, and the cardboard boxer, when he got paid from the last boxing thing, he went down there and he got it. Well, he had found this book, and this little girl had been in a fire. And so she was keeping a diary in that book. Well, he found it. So he read it every day, and he wrote letters to her, and he made them into little paper planes and would throw them off the building. Well, to make a long story short, the taxi driver tried to put a stop to that fighting. He said, those are not your friends. These people here that are suffering with you, they are your friends, and no more fighting. And so, no more fighting. So he came, they came, those boys came, and they wanted them to fight. And they said, no more fighting. Well, they went on and on and on, and I think they had threatened if they didn't fight each other, that they were going to find one of them and they were going to fight themselves. Well, they wasn't going to play. So the cardboard boxer came out, and this other guy said, well, I'll fight too. And so the cardboard boxer wouldn't hit him. They were very upset. He wouldn't hit him. So they were very mad, but the other one got the $50 because he did hit him and he never hit him back. He got on his knees and he stayed there. I was proud of him. So anyway, they threatened to burn, well, they did burn his book, the diary of that girl, that's all he had, and he was crazy about it. And, well, they told him, if you don't fight, we're going to burn this book. But he still wouldn't fight. But they put the book in the dumpster and they burned it. Well, he turned that trash can over. It was on fire, and he burned his hands severely. Well, he was in the hospital. So was the little girl that wrote the diary. And her face was all bandaged. She had been in a fire herself. But she didn't approach him yet. And I'm really taking a long time. Let's do some eyelashes. Anyway, so she would peek around the corner and he would talk to her. But she, he didn't know she was there. He was just talking to her. And so when he got out of the hospital, well, before he got out of the hospital, when the taxi driver found out he was in the hospital, well, he trapped these rich boys up in the middle of the street. Oh, take our car, don't hurt us. No, he said, y'all gonna fight each other. Well, that one, you could tell all through it, that one boy did not like that cardboard boxer being forced to fight. He didn't like it at all. You could tell. But he was a little bit intimidated by the rich guy that was running the whole thing. So the guy said, no, we don't want to fight each other. We don't. One boy tore him up. He was, just give me a reason and I'll kill him. So he beat the crap out of him. And he told him, no more going down there and having those guys fight. You leave those homeless people alone, or I'll come back and you'll fight me next time. Nobody wanted a part of that. I'm trying to think who that guy was playing that part, but you could tell he was tough. Anyway, so the cardboard boxer gets out of the hospital and his hands are all bandaged. They're burnt from trying to get that diary out of the fire. And he looks up and he sees this woman and this girl coming at him. Well, first off, let me go back a little bit. A hooker offered him sex for $5, and he told her he didn't want sex. He needed a hug. Girls and homeless people, they don't get hugs. They're kind of like me. I don't get hugs either. Well, so he looks up, and he knows it's the girl because her face is still bandaged. And her mother is with her. And so he watched them till they came across the street. And when they did, she came straight to him. She knew who he was. And they stared at each other for a long time. And then he started crying. And she started crying. And they hugged each other, and I fell completely apart. Oh, maybe they'll take the cardboard box they're home with them and give him a home. He'd clean up good. He'd clean up real good. You might have a good man right there. I don't know what happened to him, but he was good looking. But and you could see the scars on her face where she had been burnt. You could see them past the bandage stopped like right there, and you could see that she had been burnt too. And that's where it ended. Well, I thought that was a stupid place for it to end because I wanted to see what was going to happen. This is Etude Dr. Mascara Fixer Long Lash Clear Lash Primer. Lash Primer. I'm a little excited about telling you about this movie. Okay. So now we're going to do our mascara. Anyway, it was a good movie, but I knew all along something going to happen in this movie. He's going to get killed. I'm going to die. But no, it ended good. But pitiful. Then that made me think about the homeless people, and it's so cold, and what are they doing out there? When I lived in California, my daughter and I used to cook soup. And the homeless people lived under the bridge. Some of them lived under the bridge on Baker Street, and some of them lived in the park just down from our house. So we would cook soup and take it to them in big old pots. So, I've always kind of felt sorry for the homeless people, because you know what? I could be homeless tomorrow. What if I didn't get my Social Security check? I'll be homeless. They'd throw me right out. So, it could happen to anybody. But my thing was, how did you get to be your age and you can't read cursive? I realize kids these days can't read cursive. Is it cursive they can't read? I think so. They don't teach it anymore, which I think is a shame. Okay, this is Clio Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara Volume Curling. Now we're going to use our Pixie. Go back to our good old Pixie. Under Eye Corrector in Brightening Peach. I know this is going to blast your ears out. I got to figure out how to turn that volume down. You'll have to turn it down until I can figure out how to turn it down. Because I have watched videos, and I thought, my God, tone it down a little bit, girl. You're talking too loud. And I've had to turn it down because it got on my nerves. So I'm probably getting on your nerves today. And I got in my closet, and I pulled all my sweaters and sweatshirts and long sleeves to the front and pushed all the short sleeves to the back. Because I'm telling you right now, winter is upon us. All right. Now I'm going to take my fingers and blend that. Now this tablet is smaller than my other one, but it's good. I was pretty sure I was going to hate it and have to go get my old one fixed, but no, I like this. But at least I do have a backup if I can get it to charge. If something happens to this one, I can pull the old one out. That's good, but I think I need some bottom eyelashes today. Can you see? See, you can see. This is good. The wind is really blowing. All right. Okay. Now I see I got it smeared over here. So I'm going to go up under there and see if I can get some of that off. Well, maybe not. Am I making it worse? I think it's about fine. So it was nice to see that somebody else who can afford better likes the e.l.f. as much as I do. Now we're going to put on our e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream in 205 in Light In. I'll be so happy when Christmas is over. And you know what I almost did? They have this thing called a heating pad that you put your food on and it keeps it warm. You put it across your table, you set your bowls and stuff on it, and it keeps it warm. Well, I really wanted that, and I had to talk myself out of it. Now, how often am I going to use that? Once a year. But it would make a great gift. Thank God I got my Christmas shopping done. I don't have to be tempted with that. All right. Now let's pat that in. Yeah, I turned on that other camera and I was, ooh, you look good. That's not you. That's like, that wasn't you 20 years ago. You don't look that good. So I'm using this one. Okay, now I'm just gonna, I've got it pushed around. Now I'm gonna pat it all in. And I did order another primer. As a matter of fact, e.l.f. It is e.l.f. And I think it's a gripping primer. That's good. That's very good. Okay, now we're going to do some contouring. I really did love that lipstick the other day, and some of you girls did too. Tempted to wear it again. I'm not leaving the house. So who's going to know but y'all? You don't care. This is Folklore number 10 blush and highlight palette. But of course, like I tell you every day, there is a contour in there. And I love this brush. I don't know why I do that. I tell you all the time. But I saw someone do that one time. And so I've been doing it ever since. I don't know. Actually, I think that makes my lip look smaller. And that's not what we want. Now we're going to do some highlighter. We're going to use our new highlighter. Revolution. Has Revolution got a whole new name? Let's see. No, it's Revolution Beauty London, same as it always was. I like this too. I like their eyeshadows. I love their highlighter. But this woman yesterday, she used a cream highlighter. Now, she was older, but it was a real bright one. But it looked good on her. I'm going to try to do a little bit more. Okay, we're getting carried away. I mean, you could see hers, but it looked good. Of course, she was younger, but she wasn't. She was in her late 50s. She might have been 60. Her full-fledged wrinkles hadn't set in yet, like mine. She hadn't got the real deal yet, but it looked good on her. But it was a liquid. Came in a little tube. Now this is Milani Coral Cove Blush. My favorite blush. Well, I'm using the wrong brush. That might be why I can't see it. That's good enough. I don't want to look like a clown. Anyway, one of you wanted me to make some potato cakes. Well, I don't know if that looked, you know that antique book I found, it had potato cake recipe in it. I don't know if that's potato pancakes. So I'm going to get that little book out and I'm going to look at it again. I'm going to try not to tear it up. The pages are so old. It really is ready to fall completely apart. Now I'm going to blend all this. Anyway, I'm going to do that today. I'm going to get that book out. Let's see about making some potato cakes. I love potato pancakes. I've been wondering, because sometimes I want some potato pancakes, but I don't want to mess with, mashing the potatoes. I wonder if you can make potato pancakes out of instant potatoes, instant mashed potatoes. I don't have any, because, I claim I don't believe in that instant stuff, but for something like that, that might work out pretty good. All right. Okay, that is not blended. I can see it right now. It had a definite big old line. And I don't like that. Now what I'm going to do, where's that little thing? I'm going to take this and I'm going to put some of this white right under my eyebrow. If I can get it open, there we go. See, what kind of a brush do I need? A little brush. Let's see. Wait a minute, what about you? What about you? This will work. Let me clean it off. Just right under that brow. go. That looks good. I've seen many people do it. I do whatever I see because anything that will help, I'm for it. Okay, let's do some lipstick. Okay, what is this? This is LA Color. I think it says Cabaret. I'm not sure. Let me turn the light on. No, it says Sorbet. Sorbet. All right, now I'm going to put a lip liner on there. See, you girls can even see me doing my lipstick. One of you commented the other day you couldn't see me doing my lipstick. But you can today. I'm very worried about Brenda's daughter. I really, but evidently Brenda doesn't want to speak to me. So, yeah, I'll just pray in private. This is LA Colors Lip Pencil in Rose All Day. Now, of course, I'm going to put that little very light pink right in the middle. But I'm going to try not to break it this time. There we go. I put it off to the very end, as usual. Eyebrows. Vivian Sabo Soft Brown Eyebrow Pencil. See if I can do it while I'm looking at you. Trying to break all my bad habits. Well. We'll get going here. Do some little fake ones the best I can. I'm trying to work with that scar. That's pretty good. Except I'm gonna have to lighten that up a little bit. All right, let's brush these again. And I'm going to take the tip of this brush and smooth that out, because that's a real line, definite line right there. It's too dark and it's too perfect, so we want to smudge it and lighten it. Okay, we are to powder. I'm going to put a little bit of eyeliner right in that inner corner. Okay, I'm starting to make a mess. So we're done with that. Okay, powder. This is RCMA, the original no color setting powder. I don't know if you still can, but you used to get that at Walgreens. But I got mine, it needs some more. I got mine off Amazon. And I'm not sure, but I'm going to try to see if I can just get the, I don't think I can, get the products and my links and put them on there for you. If I can't, well, they're not going to be there. Well, I could go on a different, I think I could go on a different phone or my other tablet. I could try. I can try, girls. Ooh. Well, I can get that out of there. All right, let's knock some of that off, because I got way too much over here. I do look powdery over here. With my big brush. Okay, now we're going to spray. And this is Benefit the Professional Super Setter. Ugh. All right. Pat that in, and not everybody pats it in, but I do. Because I just feel like if I pat that in, I'm pushing the powder into my face. Might not be true, but that's what I think. Let's do some lip gloss. All right. This is ColourPop So Juicy in Dolled Up. All right, I love you. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hopefully everything on my face will be listed below. If not, I'm sorry. And please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and share with your friends. And I love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.